Hey guys, water filtration is going to be an extremely important element in your backcountry journeys. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the methods I've used in the past, and we'll end on what I'm currently using. First, let's start off with the water purification tablets. These are great because they're cheap, small, and lightweight. The downside to these is, well, the biggest complaint I hear is people don't like the taste. There are methods to help with the taste issue. There is another bottle. I don't have it with me now, but it's another bottle, same pills, although what it does is kind of tone down the taste that's left after the initial purification tablets are used. Also, you can use some water flavoring packets and dump that in, and that helps with the flavor as well. Personally, I'm okay with the taste. It's certainly not the best taste in the world, but I'm not terribly picky either. I have only used these for 3 days in a row, and on that same trip, my brother-in-law who went with me, at first he was like, you know what, I don't mind this at all. Later though, he's like, oh man, I'm so sick of the taste of this water. So for him, it got old, and it got old quick. Now also, what we found out on this trip, something cool, is that if you use purified water and top ramen together, it actually creates blue water. Now these aren't my main choice, but I do use them. Really what I use them for is more of a backup if something were to happen to my main filter. And that previous trip that I referenced, actually that's what happened. The water filter broke, and so we used the water purification tablets to get us by. This was the first water filter that I purchased. The big driving factor at that time is, as I was acquiring the gear that I needed to keep costs down. As such, this was very inexpensive in comparison to some of the other nicer water filters out there. This is a Bota Outback system. This is how it works. I mean, you've got your standard 1 liter bottle here, but the filter is actually this piece right here. As I talked about before, the trip we went on where the water filter broke, it was actually this one. This is a replacement, but this piece broke right here. And really what it was, my brother-in-law was trying to look at it to see how it worked, and he accidentally broke it. So it was really not a fault of the water filter itself. But this, you just fill up the water, put that in, and drink it. So pretty simple system. And I wish I still had the packaging for this, because I think it's very funny. The packaging actually has this, it's an attractive female, she's drinking the water from it, and she seemed to be doing so with great ease. However, the big drawback to this system is this. The water going through that filter is extremely difficult to squeeze through. So if you're planning on doing any type of serious water filtration, maybe for you and 2 others, or for whatever reason you might need, I really dislike this system. There's pros and cons to it. It's enough to get you by, but if I were to do it over again, I would start off with something different. And that takes us to my final resting place for the water filters that I'm using, and that is the Katadyn Hiker. This has by far been the most expensive water filter that I've used, but it's also been the most efficient. So if you're going to do any serious backpacking, this is the direction that I would point you. Not necessarily this one specifically, but maybe one of these pump styles. Go with that. There's also some gravity fed filters. Those are kind of cool because you can hang them up in a tree, you can set them, forget them, walk off and do other camp chores while that is doing your water filtration for you. Now how this water system works is you've got this hose right here that goes to your water source that needs to be treated. Comes in through the bottom. You use this pump, you pump it, pumps the water up through and filters it, and out through this one, and then it goes into whatever your container is going to be. This does come with some options. It does come with this lid that you can actually put on your 1 liter bottles. I don't use that. It's actually very convenient and I like it. I simply don't take it with me due to weight concerns. I'm just trying to trim weight wherever I go. And as I said, this is what I'm currently using. This is the one I've been using for years. I've been very happy with it. Again, not the only one out there on the market, but if you're going to be doing that serious backpacking, this is the direction that I would point you. One of the aspects that I really like about this system is it pumps a reasonable amount of water, and it does so easily. So I can go down and I can fill up either a 1 liter bottle, or I can fill up a lot of plastic bottles that I tend to use, and the system is just nice and easy. Now there's a variety of different methods to purify water while out on the trail. For me and what I've used, that Katadyn has worked the best so far. But you guys tell me, in your experience, what methods do you prefer to purify water while out on the trail?